had the worst week of my life,
I
sweetheart.
just reached out to you to ask if you need...
little girl. I could feel a certain energy from you that you're a little thirsty.
Crockpot a thing.
Grown women don't whisper in each other's ears.
I just wouldn't want you to come here and like whisper things to people. I guess that's what I'm doing now, but I'm not whispering.
You're not gonna raise it.
I feel a betrayal with you.
But what did I do to betray you? I don't really know how to handle my friendship with Noella.
She's such a dick all the time. It's like she's a dick all the time.
What is going on?
I'm sorry, Noella. I'm not allowed to ask questions.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to talk about my divorce.
It's all you talk about.
I like Noella, but she also can be suffocating.
We compared notes.
No! You got in a fight with Nicole. Now you are a liar because that's not true.
I found out that I was a pity invite.
That is not true. I didn't want to invite you because you gave my daughter pornography as a gift, and I felt uncomfortable.
Wait, what? I am a bisexual, biracial, liberal freaking woman who lives in Orange County. Don't you dare tell me that I'm inappropriate.
No, no, no. I'm not saying
Don't you know,
you
no,
are
me.
inappropriate. I'm saying your gift was.
Wow.
Okay.
There's no Shannon in there, so it's not everyone.
She was the one constant support during
Yes.
this crazy year.
Well, the bad blood between you and Jen was practically instantaneous. Jen, what was your first impression of Noella?
I don't think we started off very well. When we went to Heather's party, you came off very pretentious to me, so I felt like there was an energy between us that I wanted to clear up.
Jennifer,
Suing
please.
somebody and coming to their house, you need to talk to them after.
I don't know if that chapter's in Emily Post. I know that you're throwing like gasoline on this fire that I'm trying to put out so Heather's dinner party could be salvaged. I really wanted all of us to come back together and sit at the table and eat the freaking Wagyu. And you were there like throwing Nicole under the bus, like really firing Emily up. And that was just like, gosh, I knew she was a star.
Not at all. That's not even true.
You were as
you
a
literally
doctor.
just
I would
make stuff up.
You
literally
did
just
you,
make shit up,
Did you
Noella.
say if this happened to
talking
me?
to a child that just makes stuff up. You just make it up.
No, Nicole fired me up. It wasn't
Nicole
Jen.
fired her up.
Michael from Eureka Springs said, Noella, I've heard some silly reasons to dislike someone, but hating Jen for posting a poorly lit picture of herself and tagging you in it takes the gluten-free cake. What's the deal with tagging in the picture?
You were acting as if we were like this close friendship.
No, I don't think
and
we're
why
close
am I being
friends.
weird
I was
to you?
not acting
I've
that
met
way
you like this
at
is
all.
the fourth
So
time I've met
Noella
you.
told me a lot of times people get offers to get treatments done by a med spa, and then you kind of post for them. And your explanation to me was, I work with a med spa, and then Jen is tagging me.
Why didn't you just
That's
untag
fine,
yourself?
but you could
I
just
did.
you just untag
and
yourself.
I've never
It's
had
two-
done that before,
it's
so
like
that
two
was
buttons.
extra creeps.
I don't think it was malicious.
But no, she said thank you to all of my clients that I've never been to her med spa, and at that point I had heard things about her med spa that really made me feel like I don't necessarily want to be associated with
Let's
that.
not talk about people's medical
But you're
practices.
really inappropriate.
No,
You've never
listen.
been to my place. You've never even been a
It's a
patient or
small
any
town,
family
and
member.
I had heard things.
That is so inappropriate.
Harmony from St. Cloud, Minnesota wants Heather to explain to us what your problem is with Noella. I'm not sure I understand why you hate her so much.
Oh my gosh, I do not hate Noella. The problem has been from the get-go when I barely knew you and I invited you over to my house because I had heard you'd call me a fake bitch. By the way, I'm not a narcissist, and my studio is my studio. Is your studio? Do you have pictures of yourself?
Everywhere.
Do you have your name everywhere?
Yes,
Do you
but
have
I'm
projects?
also a narcissist.
Oh.
I mean, I would say everyone here is a narcissist, but
Okay,
that's,
to a
you know,
certain
whatever.
level,
Yes,
you're
of course.
probably right.
Here we are. The cameras are there. We're here.
You went out of your way to
No.
say really nasty things to try and make me out to be a liar. And
Well,
that
you are a
was
liar.
my issue.
No. That's,
See, but
that's axiomatic.
And therein
the
lies
sky
the
is blue,
rub.
the grass is
Exactly.
green,
No,
Noelle
that's
is a liar.
And don't make me say it, Heather. I don't want to say it. My hands are shaking. My voice is shaking. I'm like,
Say what?
no, don't make me say it, Heather. I don't want to say it. My hands are shaking. My voice is shaking. I'm like,
Say what?
what the accusations were.
What?
Let's go through them.
I said the Nicole James lawsuit. And
Hold on. What's the Nicole James lawsuit?
So I was on the other line when you called Nicole. And so
Didn't call Nicole.
She told me she was botched and it was a really bad experience by her husband, and that she ultimately did follow through with the lawsuit, and she got a lot of money out of it. That's what she told me.
Well,
then
that's
you
no. Pause on that. You cannot hurdle accusations. What you don't understand is that when you get a settlement from a doctor, it is reported to the California Medical Board.
That is true.
There is no hiding a settlement.
True.
That is not a thing.
There's NDAs in place.
No, not with doctors.
Not with malpractice.
Again, I
am
was
telling
listening
you
to my friend.
It is 1,000% not true.
And I have to
didn't
assume
happen.
if she didn't drop her case and there was a settlement, I have to assume that you, A, wouldn't be trying to get her on the show, and B, that Terry would remember her.
Would be more aware.
By the way, I know we're wealthy, but do you think I wouldn't remember writing a check?
I do, yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, the fact that you didn't know that she had sued your husband to begin with kind of showed
Because
that you
it
didn't
was a
really
drop
know
something. It wasn't a big deal.
You literally
she filed and dropped it.
Asked me why I had a tainted opinion.
Listen to
and
me.
I was
This
listening
is
to
the
my
problem.
best friends
Okay,
tell
I
me
heard
something.
You. No, I understand what you heard from Nicole, but what you're accusing me of, I understand that. But what you're accusing me of is trying to bury something. And I'm going, bury what? I didn't. You told me I strong-armed her? Like, strong-armed her into what?
Into not discussing the lawsuit.
It was
on the
already
show.
discussed. The damage was already done.
Are
there
we-
was nothing else to talk about.
In Aspen,
We've
you
been talking for
you
45
stopped the
minutes
conversation
now.
in the podcast room. You stopped the conversation. You just said,
Well,
look at the camera and say, we're not
Noella,
discussing this.
I don't want a lawsuit about my husband being continuously brought up. It's obviously not
I wish that you could have
damaging
said
to-
this in the podcast room. I wish
Well,
that you,
all
instead of
you-
just saying, I cancel you, you're dead to me.
You said, I saw a different side of you that night when you were slamming people against walls. And you saw me, I went, what? What are you talking about? That didn't happen.
You never said that.
Yes, I did.
You didn't say
Roll
that didn't
the tape.
happen.
Slamming people against walls?
I heard it. I was right near the staircase. But there
What
was,
are you
it was
talking about?
It was a
slamming against walls. I didn't slam anyone against a wall.
Okay. I saw you push a cameraman. I saw you rage.
You changed your story every 5 seconds, and none of it ever happened. Let's start with that.
You didn't rage. You didn't push a camera.
No, rage, yes, but that's not what you said. You said I slammed people against walls, that I was physically abusive.
That is
to
what
the
I
crew.
heard.
You're accusing her of something that you said first that you saw with your own eyes.
Yeah.
And then you said someone told you that it happened.
No,
No, when you
that was the second
what I
part.
actually, I saw her with my own eyes going off on people and going crazy.
So what? Literally, we are camera down. Or camera that way. You're fine.
Yes.
No one's negating that.
That's been established.
Yes.
That's been
We've established that.
We have established
America
that.
has seen
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yes. And by the way,
I'm willing to admit that.
if the cameras were rolling when she was doing that, it would have been shown.
Yes.
I'm sorry to tell you,
Yes.
and I'm sorry to tell you,
yes.
but it would have been.
But you
So-
perpetuated it all season long.
I didn't talk about it with anybody.
You talked about it with everyone. Do you not remember?
I believe. Hold on,
was
excuse
that?
me. I think you might have brought it up in Aspen. Though.
She did, yeah.
It was because it was based on what the game was and what we were talking about.
I know, but
and
I'm
I
just
was reacting to what she said.
I know,
called her
but
a
I'm
liar.
just pointing it out to you that you did.
You don't say things that are hurtful.
What have I said that's
Oh, I don't know. That I slam people against the walls.
Are we going there?
I want to talk about the card game. Lucy from Miami said, Heather, your daughter's 17 years old. I'm pretty sure she's heard some bad language before. So what's the big deal?
We actually have the game, but she's opening it up in front of all of her, school
Why would she
friends.
open it up if she knew what it was?
Because it's like,
But Noelle, did you know what the card said?
100% no. But you knew what the cards were. Like, I had no idea.
No, she had the...
I think that she'd be a good enough parent to be like, don't read this in front of your Catholic school girlfriend.
Noella, I wasn't standing over her when she was opening the gift. Don't comment on my
She plays the
parenting.
game. She plays
I
the
would
game.
walk tread very
How am I
lightly.
commenting on
You know
your
what?
parenting?
Because
you
You're
just said
calling
a
me
good
practically like a sexual predator. So what are you putting out there to
By
the
the way,
universe?
you're very offended by the word pornography. There's nothing. It's just
Because it's not pornography.
Really, I think Merriam-Webster would beg to differ.